On today's episode of The Hobbyist Novice, we got our hands on the newest single-player decks for Disney Lorcana's newest set, Archazia's Island. We're going to rip open these, open up, look at all the cards, come inside, and how formidable it may be for play. This past weekend at Toy Fair, you might have seen in New York, Ravensburger had quite a nice display to show off the latest wares from Disney Lorcana, showing off some of the past while looking towards the future. The grand display for Reign of Jafar that showed off upcoming art for the booster boxes, troves, starter decks, mats, and more. Probably the thing I was most excited for though was Palace Heist, the newest single and multiplayer standalone game for Disney Lorcana. Now, why I was most excited about this, for one, this is just an overall amazing, fun time, and if it's anything like a Lumineers quest, will be quite challenging. That said, I was very hopeful that if Ravensburger put something together like this again, they would put it in a box that we can store and reuse time after time. I'm happy to say that was confirmed at Ravensburger's booth at Toy Fair, so that was great to hear. Palace Heist is going to be a fun time for sure. Also, how about this wall of enchanteds that they brought to Toy Fair? Showing off every enchanted release, this wall was quite the magical display and droop-worthy, might I add. Ravensburger was nice enough to provide us with some decks for early review at Toy Fair, as well as the newest set promo and a pack of Archazia's Island that we had shown off in a previous Instagram reel and on TikTok. Let's take a look at these spicy new decks for Archazia's Island that give us our first look at dual ink cards and more. And also, are these formidable? Should you buy these? Do you want them? Do you like them? Are you excited for them? Before we get into those decks, I would love it if you guys could take just a split second of your time and click down below that like button, share, as we will be having a lot of Disney Lorcana content coming to you with the release of Archazia's Island over these next few weeks. From interviews to pack rips, store tours, and more. Continue to watch us along, share, like, subscribe if you can. Really means a lot to the channel and helps a lot. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get into these single player decks from Disney Lorcana's newest set, Archazia's Island. Complete disclaimer, I had to tear these things open because they were super hard to open, so that's why they look like this. That said, let's go ahead and get into these. Let's kick it off with Belle and Beast, the single player deck for Ruby Sapphire. All right, let's take a look at things here. I'm doing these in ink order, shuffle them a little bit just so you will shuffle, but organized. So you can see what you get by ink cost. So we start off with Toby, which you'll get 3 Tobys, nice 3/1, 1 cost, uninkable, but still not a bad 1 drop. We have Unconventional Tool, get 2 of those. Monsieur d'Arc, we have a 1 cost inkable. Whenever this character quests, you may banish chosen item of yours to draw a card. So a little bit of draw power there. You get Helping Hand, a 1 cost uninkable. Gold Coin, got a 1 cost inkable. Then we go over to Metal Heroes. We'll talk about like playtest these a little bit, the 2 decks against each other. Metal Heroes pretty decent in this starter deck actually. And with that one, just to show you guys real quick, you can exert, pay 2 ink, banish this item, chosen character of yours gets +2 lore this turn. Ever as before, we get 2 of those coming from set 5, Shimmering Skies. Ruby Coil. Now remember, they didn't put a Sapphire Coil in this deck. Let's go ahead, Ruby Coil. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, chosen character gets +2 willpower this turn. Not bad. You get 2 of those, and that's what you'll notice here. The majority of cards in these single player decks you get 2 of. I have Longboat, 2 cost uninkable. Sir K, a nice little 2 cost inkable, 2 lore, 2 willpower, 2 defense, 2 strength. Decent card, nice to have in these starter decks. A lot of 2 cost cards I've noticed. We have our 2 cost Marie, also 2 lore, 1 willpower, 2 strength. Whenever this character quests, you may give chosen character -2 willpower this turn. Nice little thing there. Cybug for Ruby. We have another 2 cost character inkable. Character gets +1 willpower for each other character you have in play, which could be quite useful down the road in a game. 3 cost Cogsworth Climbing Clock. While you have an item card in your discard, this character gets +2 willpower. You're going to probably have quite a bit of item cards in your discard with a single player deck. You get 3 Cogsworth, by the way. Gaëtan Molière, 3 cost, 3/4, nice little stats there. Okay, now I was excited to see that Robin Hood was in the single player deck. Well, mostly because I did go ahead and get to reveal him, so that was kind of cool to me. And again, a nice support character too. Good stats, 3/3. Whenever Robin Hood quests, you may add their willpower to another chosen character's willpower this turn. You get 2 of Robin Hood in the deck as well. And here she is, right off the bat. If you are getting a single player deck, you get maybe one of the top 2 controversial cards in Archazia's Island in your deck, because you get 3 of Belle Apprentice Inventor. Now, that's pretty awesome if you're a Ruby Sapphire player. Honestly, I am a Blurple player now. She's going to be going to my Blurple deck. I love this card, and it's as good as advertised from what I've been playing with it so far. So I have to say that for sure. 3 of those again in the single player starter deck. Finish that playset off with a foil and you're good to go. Maurice's Machine. When this item is banished, you may return an item card with cost 2 or less from your discard to your hand. Could be quite valuable. As you'll see a little bit later on as we show the Maurice card, you have 3 of Maurice's Machine. Jebediah Farnsworth, another support character. When you play this character, chosen character gains resist +1 until the start of your next turn. 3/3, 4-cost inkable. Then you have Beagle Boys. I was super excited to see Beagle Boys included in Archazia's Island. And when this character quests, chosen character of yours gains rush and resist +1 this turn. 4-cost inkable, 3/3 stats, and it does quest for 2 as well. You do get 2 Beagle Boys. Stabbington Brother has been quite helpful in the games I've been playing. 3/4 stat line does have rush, but your other characters named Stabbington Brother as well gain rush, so maybe some good synergy down the road for this 4-cost uninkable Stabbington Brother. You have 3 of those. Here's our 4-cost Moana Island Explorer 4/3. She is evasive. Whenever this character challenges another character, another chosen character of yours gets +3 willpower this turn. That could be pretty huge down the road. We have Chaka. We've seen her, of course, Shimmering Skies. Again, we do mix some of the older cards with the new in these. Not that many, but you do get some of those in here. You get 2 of her. Kita from Archazia's Island 3/3. She does have Ward, and you get to exert to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Put 1 into your inkwell face down and exerted, and the other on top of your deck. She is a rare as well. Alright, now here's Maurice. We kind of hinted at it earlier with Maurice's Workshop. When you play Maurice, you may banish chosen item of yours to draw a card. If that banished item is named Maurice's Machine, you may also banish chosen character with 2 willpower or less. Not bad, it actually came in quite handy in a couple games I've been playing. All is found, maybe one of my favorite enchanteds of the set. But of course this isn't the enchanted, but the rare version. I'll put up to 2 cards from your discard into your inkwell face down and exerted. So a little more ramp as well for Sapphire players. Edgar Baltazar, 5-cost, inkable, 6/5, nice stat line to take some of those formidable foes out. You get 2 of Edgar. And heading back to Shimmering Skies, we have Donald Duck, Focus Flatfoot, the Indiana Jones version of Donald. I love this card. When you play him, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell, face down, and exerted. You get 2 of Donald, and then our last regular card before we hit into the foils is Lyle Tiberius Work himself. 8-cost inkable. Once during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, deal 2 damage to each character in play. And he does quest for 3 as well, so pretty formidable. 6/4/2. And now let's look at these beautiful foils. I know we've touched on it on that Instagram reel you might have seen when we opened up Archazia's Island pack, but the foil treatment in Archazia's Island is absolutely fantastic. Hopefully the camera's doing it some justice, but I love that the foils go from top to bottom. Foiling treatment is fantastic in the set. For the first time, I really feel like I need all the foils, so that's good to say. And this one, of course, let's actually talk about the card. 6-cost uninkable Beast Frustrated Designer. You can exert him, pay 2 ink to banish 2 of your items and deal 5 damage to chosen character. And he does quest for 2 as well. So with that, kind of like an Along Came Zeus all in one. Kind of nice, I do like that. And then we top it off with the amazing Shift Bell Mechanic Extraordinaire. I don't know how this card might perform in the meta, but let me tell you, if you're doing a starter deck for this weekend, whether it be to release, if you can shift this Bell, it's like game over. This Bell shifts at 7, and also for each item card in your discard, you pay 1 ink less to play this character using her shift ability. I got to shift her at 5, I believe, in a couple of the games I was playing. Whenever this character quests, you may put up to 3 item cards from your discard on the bottom of your deck to gain 1 lore for each item card moved this way. 7/7, and she quests for 3. It is game over when Bell Mechanic Extraordinaire, when she hits the playmat, for sure. There's our Ruby Sapphire deck. What do you guys think of that one? We're going to get into Amethyst Steel here as well. I personally like this deck. Out of the two, this has been more of my favorite to play so far. I am not a Ruby Sapphire player by any means. I actually despise it. But this starter deck has been pretty fun to play. Let's go ahead and get into Amethyst Steel. Alright, let's pop into our Amethyst Steel deck and kick things off with Hey Hey. And you'll get you'll get 3 of Hey Hey. 2/2, 1 cost. You get Retrosphere from Shimmering Skies. You get 2 of Retrosphere. Then we move back to Archazia's Island with Pain, another 1-drop, 1/3. Not too bad. You get 2 of him. A Very Merry on Birthday. See these in some decks here as well. Heading back to Azurite Sea with that one, and again, I absolutely love the amount of Aladdin cards we get with Archazia's Island. You'll see some here as well. We got Razul. You get 3 of Razul when you play this character. If you have a character named Jafar in play, you can banish chosen item. Then going right into Raja, who has Vanish. So when an opponent chooses this character for an action, you can banish them. You have a 3/3, 2 cost, inkable with Raja. Helga Sinclair, 2 cost, uninkable. Challenger +3. During your turn, this character also gains Evasive. They can challenge characters with Evasive. You get 2 of Helga. Then you get Training Dummy, 2 cost, inkable, item card. Chosen character gains Bodyguard until the start of your next turn when you exert and pay 2 ink. Double Trouble. This card has been very, very useful for the starter decks we've been playing with so far. The single player deck, sorry. Deal 1 damage each up to 2 chosen characters, 2 cost inkables. And we go from Double Trouble right into Magical Maneuvers, another card again near and dear to my heart because I got to reveal it. Magical Maneuvers, return chosen character of yours to your hand and exert chosen character. Like I said there, good kind of like mini Elsa to exert somebody if you need to, if you can't find her in your deck. You have Arthur going back to Shimmering Skies, Aquila, Wolfpack Elder, 2 cost, 3/2, quest for 1. The Carpenter, going back to Azurite Sea for the Carpenter. 1/1, 2 cost. When this character is banished, you can exert chosen character. Kashikum? I think that's how you pronounce it. 3 cost, inkable, 4/3, quest for 1. You get 2 of that. We talk about how amazing the art is on this Jafar card by Cesar Vergara. 3 cost inkable Jafar, 3/2. When you play this character, chosen character gains Challenger +2, so kind of like Crabbish like. And it also does quest for 2 as well. This card is beautiful. Really would like to see the full art of that one. Get 3 of Jafar. From Jafar, you go into King Hubert Philip's father. You get 2 of King Hubert. And one of the cards I was most excited for in Archazia's Island, Giant Cobra Ghostly Serpent. This card is amazing. 4/4, 3 cost, vanish. When opponent chooses character for an action, banish them. But when you play this character, you may choose and discard a card to gain 2 lore. Can you imagine playing this with the bounce factor of the Mims? Going right into my deck. You get 2 of Giant Cobra, sorry, 3 of Giant Cobra. Amethyst Coil, 3 cost, uninkable. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you may move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character. 2 of those. 3 cost, inkable, rare Raya. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, this character gains resist +1 until the start of your next turn and does quest for 2 as well. Azu, I love this card. First off, the art is amazing. Defeat the Huns all over it. Love it. Whenever one of your characters challenges another character, if it's a second challenge this turn, gain 3 lore. Is that huge or what? The card seems absolutely incredible. And also, Mel Milton did the art of that. Absolutely incredible job. Tanana, Tribal Elder, 4/4 cost. Then we get Mufasa, Respected King, 4/4 cost as well. Get 3 of those. Royal Guard, we saw him in his Shimmering Skies. Bovine Protector, 1/7, 4 cost inkable. Get 2 of those. And we get some new versions of Pain and Panic here as well. High Strung Imp. Panic, when you play this character, you can move up to 2 damage counters from chosen character to chosen opposing character. 2 quests for 2 as well. Bit of a mini bell, I do like that a lot actually. Get 2 of those. Treasure Guardian. Again, I love the art on this one. When you play this character, if you have an illusion character in play, you may draw a card, 3/3, quest for 2. You get 2 of those. Kind of has been like the closer for me when I've been playing this deck. Taka, Lava Monster, Challenger +2, puts her up to a 7/6. Quest for 2, quite beefy. I do like this card in play for the starter decks, for single player decks. Restoring the Crown, this is a great card. Exert all opposing characters whenever one of your characters banishes another character in a challenge this turn, gain 2 lore. Whenever. This card is fantastic and can be a game changer and a game closer as well for these single player decks. Madam M, cheating spellcaster. Whenever this character quests, exert chosen opposing character, and she does quest for 2 with the 4/5. And now we'll get into our foils. Yago, giant spectral parrot, this rare evasive with vanish 4/6. Love again the foiling treatment on this John Lauren and Nicholas Cole. They can do no wrong. And from one John Lauren Nicholas Cole card to another, Jafar, newly crowned. During an opponent's turn, whenever one of your illusion characters is banished, you may return that card to your hand. 4 costs, 2/4, quest for 2. Not bad, and again, mesmerizing to say the least. And just in case you didn't see earlier on that reel we did, here is a close-up look of the promo for set 7 by Ian McDonald and Anna Icebreaker. Art is absolutely fantastic. Ian did such a great job in Anna and Elsa in the set. So there's a nice little look at that, foiling on that as well. You can see the lore in there too. Love it. Absolutely great promo card. Really excited to be able to get this at Toy Fair too. But now, some thoughts. Okay, so there you have it. There's our first look at the single player decks from Disney Lorcana's newest set, Archazia's Island. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you like them, will you be purchasing them? Do you expect more from them? Personally, it's just kind of like to wrap it all together. For me, the single player decks are a great jumping in point. I know we've said it before with other past sets, but they really are. It's a good way to get to know the new mechanics of the game, get a good amount of the cards that are going to be coming out for the newest set if you're a collector as well, including some great foils. Also, how about the big staples that we're getting already in these 2 decks, between getting Giant Cobra for Amethyst and of course the Big Bell for Sapphire. It's pretty nice to get those off the bat. Really excited for that, so not something you have to like scramble and try and get singles for. If you get these single player decks right off the bat, you practically have a playset of these 2, just missing 1 card for each. Should you buy it? I think so. I mean, if you're a collector, well, you're gonna want to get them anyway just because you want to have each and every set. But if you're a player, someone who's more experienced, I like it in the fact that, again, it gets used to those new mechanics like Vanish. I don't think it hurts. I think these are good decks. They're fun to play. So like I said earlier, we did some play testing, so we played against each other. With my wife, I played both decks. They're great. I think they're a lot of fun to play. They're both good games, pretty close. As far as one being much better than the other, I've won with both. It's been pretty even. I've actually won going second with both decks as well. So I do think they're actually pretty even decks. I think Ruby Sapphire is probably a little bit stronger. No surprise there. But that said, I think they're both good. They're good decks. Good jumping on point if you're looking to get used to playing the game. And also, if you're someone who's just looking to get used to those new mechanics again, this is a good way to do that too. That being said, let me know if you're going to grab these single player decks or what you think about them. What do you think about the cards of Archazia's Island so far? What card is your must-have? What enchanted are you hoping to pull for set release this weekend? Let me know in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching. Please, again, like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Appreciate your time, and fellow hobbyists, I'll talk to you soon.